Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am going to be bringing you guys a zombies map tier list. This is going to go through all of the Treyarch zombie maps only. It's not going to be the maps that have been done by Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer, just the Treyarch zombies maps, the traditional style zombies that we've seen throughout the Treyarch games. And I'm going to go over all of the maps, and this is going to be the best maps in Call of Duty Zombies, which are going to be up there in the incredible category, all the way down to the absolutely terrible ones as well. So we're going to go through each map, and let me know at the end of the video what you guys think in the comments below. Did I get this tier list right, or did I not? If you are new to the channel, make sure you drop a subscribe on the video down below, and obviously if you do enjoy, don't forget to drop me a like as well, as it would be much appreciated. So let's jump straight into today's video. So first of all, we've got Nachster Untilton. So this was the first map on World at War which we saw zombies arrive in. For that reason alone, it's got to be in one of the top tiers, I feel like. It played really well. It was the nostalgic feeling. It's been revived in a few of the games, but this one really has sort of come out on its own. I think it's going to be a cracking map. I think it's done very well for the Zombies series. It's managed to bring a lot of things to life. It's where we started off with the journey, and I do think that when it was brought back in some of the later Black Ops games as well, it still ran really well. And to be honest, it's fun. It works. And it's even seen reappearances in things like Die Machina. We've seen the building come back from that map. So, although it's not quite the same as some of the modern map zombies that we see, I think it's still pretty good. So we're going to go with cracking map on that one. Verruckt, this was again a World at War map. This one, I think, was not quite as good as Nachster Untilton. It was decent, but in my opinion, I never used to play it as much. I would say it was decent. Was it good? Yeah, I would say it was probably a good map. I wouldn't say it was fantastic, but it was decent. It was played it a decent amount. Shido Numa, I would say, was quality. I really enjoyed the map, maybe even cracking, but I think quality on this one because it's where we first saw the Wonder Weapon come in, so I think the Wonder Waffle was the first time in this one. So I really enjoyed this map. I thought it was a good map, so I'm going to put it in quality. Yeah, decent map design. We saw the traps. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with that one there. Doris has got to be, I think, an incredible map. I think it's one of the best maps that's been made. It's been remade. It plays really well. The stuff was easy to access, so getting into the teleporters, although it was slightly more advanced than some of the other maps, we saw that Pack-a-Punch made an appearance in this one as well. It was fairly easy to do while still being complicated enough to keep people entertained. Tons of ways you can play it. You can run around, you can use the camping strategies, you can use all sorts of different things. And when we saw it brought back in later titles where we had like the gumball machines and the different sort of perks that you got on your weapons when you pack-a-punch them, with double and triple pack-a-punches being a feature, it still ran really well. So for that reason, this one has got to be in incredible. I think it's brilliant, really good map. So let me know what you think in the comments. Kino the Totem now. This one is the OG, so this is a Black Ops 1, first came in, the first map on there, and a lot of people think it's hands down an incredible map. Now, it is good, don't get me wrong, it is good. Some people think it's overrated. I don't think it's overrated. I think it depends how much you enjoyed that map and which other maps you've played since and before. Obviously, there is a few different maps going on, but I really enjoyed this map. I think it's a good map. I'm going to say cracking. I think it's got a lot of features in it that some of the other maps didn't have, which brought us a step forward. The teleporter up to the top of the cinema there so that we could get that pack-a-punch going. You had the reels in there. You had like some of the, later on, you had the rocks and you had the music Easter eggs, that kind of thing. So it was a good start and a good stepping stone in the way of Easter eggs and zombies as well as everything else. Really good map. Really enjoyed playing it, and I think it still holds a place in one of the top zombies maps of all time, despite there being some more advanced releases later and later on in the series. So definitely a cracking map. 5. Now, this is going to be a controversial opinion for me, but I would say this one is also just good. I didn't enjoy it as much as some of the other maps that we're going to put on this list. It was decent. It was good. I enjoyed it the first few times I played it. I liked that it had different characters compared to what we'd seen already, but I did find it too difficult at the time. Now, that was probably me sucking at zombies back in Black Ops 1, but at the same time, there was a lot of things going on. It was cool. We saw some new wonder weapons like the Winter's Howl in there, and it was decent, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I would with Kina or any of the other maps that we're going to put on the list. So we're going to stick it down there at good, which still means it's pretty decent, but it's just not up here with incredible. Ascension. Now, this is probably one of my personal favourite zombies maps of all time. It's going to hover in cracking, maybe incredible. I'm going to put it in incredible. Just the way that they designed it, starting off in black and white, then going into colour. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the little monkey rounds. They were really cool, where the monkeys would come in and try and steal the perks. That was really awesome. Really cool addition to it. All of the different things that were going on in this map. really, really cool. I enjoyed it. I'm going to put it in incredible. Okay, so moving on to Call of the Dead. Now, this was a fantastic map. Tons of new features we saw in this map that we hadn't seen in the game before. I really enjoyed it. It was a cool, different aspect. I don't think it was an incredible map because there was tons of stuff going on that was a little bit funky, quite hard to work out, particularly if you were new to the series, but I really enjoyed it. I think it was probably a quality map. I really enjoyed it. Wouldn't play it over and over again, but definitely a fun map at the time. Shangri-La, this one was brilliant. I really enjoyed this one at the time. All of the different underground minecart systems, all that kind of stuff that was going on, the puzzle rooms, all that sort of stuff. I think this was a cracking map. I really enjoyed Shangri-La. A lot of people didn't really understand it at first, but I thought that it was actually a really good map. So we're going to go ahead and put that one in cracking. Moon. Now, this is a controversial one. Some people absolutely love it. Some people didn't like it so much. I think it was a quality map. I think the map design and the way that the map played out was really, really cool. Although there was tons of features in it that, again, were quite confusing off the bat. Once you learnt them, they were very cool. But, again, not as replayable as some of the other ones that we've got up here. Still a very fun map at the time. But I think these ones were slightly better. Transit. This is going to be an interesting one. Transit. I think it was quality. I think it was good. It wasn't quite the same as other maps, which I think gave it a little bit of a difference, but I don't even know whether to put it in cracking, you know. Once you get past the fog in it, it's actually a really, really cool game mode. The work that went into it and the way that it played out was really good. I think we've got to put it in cracking, just for the fact that it was something completely different. It was travelling around, you could craft things for the first time, really cool concept with it, and it did segue into a lot of the maps, obviously the maps on their own, as well as, you know, kind of the different things like the craftables in Zombies. So I definitely think that that one was a very, very cool map. Nuketown Zombies, I really enjoyed this one. It wasn't that great in terms of zombie maps. It was a little bit weird design, a little bit weird layout, but it was really, really cool, really enjoyable, fun to play it on a multiplayer map because this had not been done at the point as an official map at the time that we got this. So I think it was quality. I don't think it was, again, as good or as replayable as some of the other ones, but it was definitely fun. Die Rise. Now, this one, again, was a love it or hate it situation. I really enjoyed Die Rise. I think this is potentially one of the, maybe even an incredible map. It was really, really cool. All the different systems and features that were in it, along with the Black Ops 2 weapons. It just worked really, really well. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great map. It's going in incredible for me. Mob of the Dead. Now, this, again, has to be up here, surely. Mob of the Dead was brilliant. If I'm getting this right, that was the one in Alcatraz prison, I'm pretty sure. This is one of the first times we saw all the cool things like the flaming tomahawk, feeding the dog heads, that kind of thing. Really, really cool map, great design, a lot of fun to play, so that one has to, for me, go at the top here. We then got Buried. Now, Buried's a strange one. Do we put it at the top or do we put it down here? Again, I think it's a love it hate it situation. I thought Buried was cracking. The difference, again, in what we saw in Zombies, so providing the sweets to the guy that was in a cage there when you let him out and he had to smash up the different areas to let you into them. And then there was the versus mode in there as well as going into the house and all of the different challenges in there. I thought this map was, in fact, to be honest, this was probably an incredible map just off a design base. But I'm going to say cracking in terms of replayability and stuff. Really cool map, and would really like to see that one remastered in the new Call of Duty. I think that would do really, really well. Origins has to be incredible for me. The stuff that Origins did with the staffs, with the storyline, how accessible it was to do part of the Easter egg to get those staffs and then just play for high-level gameplay. All of the different systems we saw, you know, going into the giant's feet to get the certain parts, you know, opening up sections of the map, certain perks been available and not at different times. All of that stuff was really, really cool. The generators, turning those on to get the power to the areas. Very, very cool. Great segue into some of the stuff we saw in later CODs as well. And again, something which I really, really enjoyed. So we're definitely going to put that one in the incredible tier there. Shadows of Evil. Now, this one was very, very different to anything we'd seen before. I'm going to put this one in quality. I enjoyed it, but nowhere near as much as some of the other maps. However, it did prove a pleasant surprise. After you played it the first couple of times, if you were like me, you kind of thought, what's going on? But once you actually learned how relevant it was to the storyline, how, you know, it kind of fitted in, what it was about, and that it is just slightly different, it was actually a really good map. So I definitely think quality for that one there. The Eisendrache. Now, all cards on the table. Haven't played this one anywhere near as much as any of the other maps, but what I did play of it, I thought it was a very good map. Not crossbow, the bow and arrow that was in this one was really, really cool. A lot of cool challenges again, loads of funky stuff you could do, so I definitely think this was a cracking map. Same with Zetsubo. I didn't really play this one, but it wasn't as much of a good map as this one. Still think it was decent. We're going to put it there, and that's going to be that one. Gorod Krovi, this one's got to be cracking. For me, this was a really, really fun map. Really enjoyed playing this one. Tons of new stuff in it again, and I think the thing is, with all of these maps, they kept bringing out different and new innovative ideas, and Gorod Krovi was a ton of fun to play, so I'm definitely putting that one in cracking just off of the bat of that. Revelations. I think this one has to be cracking. It could be an incredible, but I think just because, again, if you haven't played some of the other Zombies maps, it could be quite confusing, although the gameplay on it was super, super fun. All of the different things you could do in there was brilliant. To be honest, I think I'm going to move it up to incredible. That was probably one of the most fun maps that I think has been released, and definitely a ton of fun to still play to this day. Blood of the Dead. Oh, this one's going to be... I think this one's got to be here in cracking. I think it was a fun map, it was good to play, but wasn't quite as good as these ones. We're going to go with no. We're going to leave that one in cracking, and yeah. Classified. Okay, I could be being a huge noob, but I don't know what classified is. I can't think off the top of my head what this map is, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it in good, just because I'm not entirely sure what that is. But yeah, let's move on. Voyager of Despair. This one was actually decent. I don't think it was that good in terms of some of the other Zombies maps we've seen, but I thought it was fun. It was decent. I'm going to put it in quality. I thought it was quite fun to play. Different setting, you know, on the Titanic there, which was pretty cool. Quite enjoyed playing it, but not as much as some of the other maps. This map, is it 9? I think we're going to go with it called 9. I really enjoyed this map. I think that this one was cracking. I think it was really, really good fun. Very, very different to anything we'd seen in Zombies before, but I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a ton of fun. So I'm going to put that one up there. Dead of the Night, decent map. Very decent map. Was it as good as some of the ones up here? I'm going to say quality for this one. It was fun. Again, loads of new features we saw in that one. Really cool boss fights in it and stuff. But I think these ones were more replayable than that one. It was decent, just not quite as good. Same with Ancient Evil. It was fun. It was good, but not quite as good as some of the other ones we've seen. Alpha Omega, haven't really played much, to be honest. Don't really know much about that one. So we're going to say good for that and just hope that it's not an insane map. Tag the Totem. Yeah, we'll say quality. It was good. Not as replayable as some of the other ones we've seen again, but decent map. Die Machine, this one, I've got to say this is an incredible. Such replayability on this one. All of the different stuff we saw, all of the new side missions, the introduction of challenges. It's where Cold War started with this one, and I think it is incredible. Very, very fun, very good map. Firebase Z is going to go just underneath that in cracking, simply because it doesn't have quite as much replayability. There isn't as much to do in it, but it is still a very good map. The Reiki, which they added with this one, was insane. Real good fun. So that one's going to be a quality map. So cracking map, sorry. So in the top second tier there as well. So this is going to be my overall finishing tiers for COD Zombies throughout the years. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is there any I've slept on here, or is there any that I'm overhyping? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've got any suggestions of what tier list you would like to see me do next. Thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. And if you did enjoy, leave me a like, as it really does help. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, and peace.